Have you ever wondered why your dog behaves the way they do? Whether it's stretching when they see you, chasing their own tail, or nibbling on seemingly random things. These actions aren't just quirky habits. They're your dog's way of communicating with you. In today's video, we're going to dive into 6 fascinating dog behaviors that will completely change the way you look at your furry friend. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand the reasons behind these actions, but also learn how your dog communicates with you every single day without saying a word. If you're passionate about deepening your bond with your dog and understanding their world better, you're in the right place. Stick around until the end, because we'll share a heartwarming gesture that shows pure affection, and once you realize it, you'll never look at your dog the same way again. Let's get started. Why do dogs eat poop? While it may seem strange or unpleasant, some dogs engage in a behavior called coprophagia, eating poop. Understanding why your dog might do this can help you address the behavior and keep them healthy. One common reason is nutritional deficiencies. If a dog's diet is lacking essential nutrients, they may instinctively eat feces to try to absorb missing vitamins or minerals. Another reason could be a need to keep their environment clean, a behavior observed in mother dogs who eat their puppies' feces to maintain a tidy den. Boredom or anxiety can also lead dogs to eat poop. If they aren't getting enough mental or physical stimulation, they may turn to this behavior as a way to relieve stress. In multi-dog households, it could also be a learned behavior. If your dog frequently eats poop, it's a good idea to consult your vet. They can help rule out any health issues, offer dietary advice, or suggest ways to curb the behavior. Keeping your dog's environment clean and ensuring they have a balanced diet can help prevent this behavior and promote their overall well-being. 2. Why do dogs lick people's feet? Have you ever noticed your dog licking your feet? It might seem a bit odd or even a little uncomfortable at first, but this behavior actually has a sweet and affectionate reason behind it. Dogs are naturally drawn to the salt and various chemicals found in human sweat, and licking is their way of showing love and bonding with you. This behavior is deeply rooted in canine instincts. In the wild, dogs and their ancestors, such as wolves, would lick each other's faces and bodies as a way of reinforcing social bonds and expressing submission or respect. When your dog licks your feet, they're essentially doing the same thing. They're showing you affection, respect, and a desire to connect. Just like a dog might nuzzle or lick their pack members, licking your feet is their way of saying, "I care about you," and reinforcing the bond they share with you as part of their pack. It's also worth noting that dogs experience the world in a highly sensory way, using their noses and mouths to explore. Your feet carry unique scents, which may be interesting and comforting to them. Plus, feet tend to be warm, which can be soothing to your dog, adding to the comfort they get from licking. While this foot-licking behavior is usually harmless and affectionate, if it becomes excessive or obsessive, it could be a sign that your dog is seeking attention, feeling anxious, or just bored. In these cases, it's a good idea to gently redirect your dog to more appropriate behaviors, such as playing with a toy or engaging in a fun training session. So, next time your dog gives your feet a little lick, remember, it's just another way they're telling you how much they love you. 3. Why do dogs stretch when they see you? Have you ever walked into the room and your dog immediately greets you with a big, dramatic stretch, followed by a wagging tail and an eager look in their eyes? If so, you've witnessed what's known as the play bow, and it's one of the most endearing ways dogs express their excitement and affection. The play bow is a natural and instinctual behavior that dogs use to communicate their joy, readiness to engage, and social intent. It's not just a casual stretch. It's a deliberate gesture meant to signal to you, and even other dogs, that they're feeling playful and are in a friendly mood. This posture, with their front legs extended forward and their rear end raised in the air, is a universal canine invitation to interact. It's their way of saying, "I'm excited to see you, and I want to spend time with you." But why do dogs do this, specifically when they see you? For dogs, stretching in this way is a signal of both physical and emotional readiness. It's like a warm-up for them, preparing their body for movement, but it's also a way of saying, "I'm happy and ready to play." Whether your dog is asking for a game of fetch, a belly rub, or just some quality time together. This stretch is their invitation for interaction. The play bow also communicates that your dog feels comfortable and safe around you. Dogs naturally reserve this behavior for those they trust the most. It's a vulnerable position because they're showing their belly, and this is only done when they know they're in a secure environment with someone they trust completely, like you. So, every time your dog gives you a play bow, take it as a sign of deep affection and emotional connection. In addition to its emotional significance, the stretch can be a way for your dog to release any built-up tension or stiffness, especially after a nap or a quiet period. It's a great way for them to get their muscles ready for action, making it easier for them to move, jump, and play once they've stretched it out. Next time your dog greets you with a playful stretch, don't just smile. Get ready to join in the fun. This simple gesture is one of the many ways your dog shows how much they love and enjoy your company. It's their invitation to connect, play, and deepen the bond between you. So, grab a toy or offer them a belly rub and enjoy the moment. Why do dogs jump on people to greet them? If you've ever walked through the door to a dog that practically launches itself at you with excitement, you've likely witnessed one of the most classic canine behaviors, jumping up to greet you. While it can be a bit overwhelming, especially when your dog is particularly enthusiastic, this behavior is actually a natural instinct with deep evolutionary roots. In the wild, puppies would often jump on adult wolves or other members of their pack to get attention. By doing this, they could more easily make eye contact, signal their need for affection, or even prompt the adults to interact with them. This instinct carried over to domestic dogs, where your dog, as part of their pack, sees you as their leader, the one they look to for affection, care, and connection. When they jump on you, they're essentially mimicking the same behavior their wild ancestors used to bond and communicate. The excitement your dog shows when they jump on you is their way of expressing joy, love, and eagerness to engage. After all, seeing you means they get to experience attention, petting, or even a fun activity. Dogs are social animals, and they thrive on positive interactions with their human family members. For them, jumping is simply the most enthusiastic way to say, "I'm so happy to see you." While jumping is a natural and instinctive behavior, it's not always the most desirable one, especially if your dog jumps on guests, children, or strangers. It can be overwhelming or even uncomfortable, and if left unchecked, the behavior can become excessive. But don't worry, this behavior can be redirected with training and consistency. You can teach your dog to greet you and others in a calmer manner by reinforcing more controlled behavior. One approach is to ignore the jumping and reward your dog when they keep all four paws on the ground. You can also train them to sit or offer a wait command before they greet you or others. With patience, your dog will learn to greet you in a way that's both joyful and polite. So, next time your dog greets you with a jump, remember, it's their way of saying, "I'm thrilled to see you," and with a little training, you can turn that enthusiasm into a more manageable greeting. 5. Why do dogs sit with their back to you? Have you ever noticed your dog sitting with their back turned to you, facing outward, and wondered if they were being distant or uninterested? It might seem like they're ignoring you or even being aloof, but in reality, this behavior is a profound sign of trust and affection. In the wild, animals, including dogs' ancestors like wolves, are constantly on high alert. Their survival often depends on staying aware of potential threats from predators or rivals. That's why it's rare for an animal to turn their back on a pack member unless they feel secure and confident in their surroundings. When your dog sits with their back facing you, they're demonstrating that they feel completely safe and unthreatened in your presence. They trust you enough to lower their guard, signaling that they are comfortable and at ease with you. This behavior is deeply rooted in canine instincts. Dogs, like their wild ancestors, are wired to be vigilant in unfamiliar or dangerous situations. So, when they choose to sit with their back to you, it's a powerful gesture that shows they trust you enough to let their guard down. In a way, your dog is saying, "I feel safe here with you," and "You are my protector, and I trust you to keep me safe." It's also important to recognize that this behavior could be a sign that your dog is comfortable in their environment. When they sit with their back to you, it shows they don't feel the need to constantly be on the lookout, which means they trust not only you, but also the space you share together. This calm, trusting behavior is one of the many ways dogs show affection. It's a silent communication that signifies their comfort and bond with you. So, next time your dog sits with their back to you, instead of thinking they're being distant, remember that it's actually a special, loving sign of their trust and emotional connection with you. It's one of the subtle ways dogs tell us they feel safe, loved, and secure in our presence. 6. Why do dogs follow you everywhere? Have you ever noticed your dog following you from room to room, watching your every move like a little shadow? While it might seem like they're just curious about what you're doing, there's actually a deeper, more meaningful reason behind this behavior. Dogs are pack animals by nature, and in their eyes, you're not just their owner. You're their leader, their protector, and their source of comfort. When your dog follows you around, it's a clear sign of love, trust, and attachment. In the wild, dogs and their ancestors, like wolves, live in structured social groups with a clear hierarchy. The alpha wolf is the leader of the pack, and other members look to them for guidance, security, and leadership. For domestic dogs, you, as their owner, take on the role of that alpha figure. This instinct to stay close to the leader is hardwired into their behavior. When your dog follows you everywhere, it's their way of feeling secure. They see you as their source of safety and are naturally drawn to stay near you for reassurance. Whether you're heading to the kitchen, the bathroom, or just moving from one room to the next, your dog simply wants to be close to you. It's their way of saying, I trust you, I feel safe with you, and I want to be where you are. This behavior can also be a sign of deep affection. Dogs form strong emotional bonds with their owners, and the act of following you is a demonstration of their attachment. It's like they're saying, you're my person, and I just want to be by your side. For some dogs, especially those with separation anxiety, following their owner around can be a way of staying close to prevent any sense of distance or abandonment. If you're ever feeling overwhelmed by your dog's constant presence, remember that they're not being needy. They're simply expressing their love and loyalty in a way that makes them feel safe and connected to you. It's one of the many beautiful ways that dogs show how much they care. And that's a wrap. We've covered some incredible dog behaviors today, from playful stretches to affectionate gestures. And we hope you've learned something new about how your dog communicates with you. Every action, big or small, is a sign of their love, trust, and excitement. Does your dog show any of these behaviors? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear about your furry friends' quirks. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.